Hey guys, I'm doing a quick update. Well, it's a more in-depth review of the Fidget Cube by Antsy Labs that was funded on Kickstarter. This is the authentic one. This is not a fake. Apparently I was one of the first people to get it. Check out my other reviews or other videos on the Fidget Cube for more details. But this is just to answer some of the questions that have been coming up in recent days. There was initially a question about the rattling sound that this makes. I think it's these buttons that make this rattling sound and the ball. So if I hold the buttons, this is what it sounds like. You hear that ball. So if I hold them both, it's pretty quiet. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. There was a question that came up in the Kickstarter comments section about the gears possibly making different sounds or being at different volume levels. I did look into this. It did seem as if one of the gears is a little bit quieter than the others. There's definitely a difference in resistance. I feel like this is the loudest, clickier one. And then this one's kind of a little bit less so. And this one, I'm not sure. It's such a small, minute difference. It's really hard to tell. This one seems like it's the clickiest. This one here seems quieter of the three. It's so hard to tell though. I'm not sure if it isn't anything meaningful. This is another thing I found. This switch, which is great. I'm really loving this. Loving the ability to be able to flick this real fast. I feel like there's like a middle position almost. And in that position it lies almost completely flat. It's not easy to get to. It takes a little bit of practice balancing it. It's not that big of a deal though. Probably wasn't designed to do that, but you know, it can kind of lay flat like that. There was a question about labeling on this, and if you look here, try and focus in on this. Look here, it says Fidget Cube right on the wheel, and there is a little beaker for the Antsy Lab logo. So that's the only branding that's on the Authentic Fidget Cube. Another person had a question about the joystick, whether it lays kind of perfectly flush with the cube or if it tilts. And if you look closely, you can kind of see the gap, and you'll see that it in fact does tilt. But if you push from one way, it almost looks like it doesn't. So it's really hard to tell if there's multiple points of movement in the in the joystick. I think it's just the fact that it's so close, it's almost imperceptible. But it does kind of go up and down like that. So there could be like a little joint right where it connects to the stick. And the fact that it's so flush actually is kind of good, because I think it will protect it from breaking. Someone had asked how durable this joystick is, and that in the fake ones, apparently the joystick's like, it breaks after a week. So I think that's a good design. ball still clicks, rotates freely. These buttons, I feel like this middle button, people did say that it's like halfway or half as loud as the outer clicky ones. There's a definite difference in tone. And then you got the soft ones as well. And you can do that too if you want, because they spring back. But in terms of the loudness of the middle one, it definitely is quieter. I wouldn't say it's half as loud, but there's a difference in the volume, which is kind of cool. Regarding the size, here's a typical house key. Here's a cube. Here's a small carabiner. If this were on a keychain, I wouldn't want to carry this around in my pocket. It's better to just fidget with in your pocket. Regarding the color, it's not that really electric Kickstarter green per se, but I mean, it's pretty close. Really, I don't think there's anything to complain about. It is kind of a minty green, but against the black, it just looks great. So, size-wise, again, there's a little shameless plug for another Kickstarter product called the Sayo. I finally got my Sayo after like 2 years. This again was was like the Fidget Cube in that it was immensely overfunded, but is more technologically advanced because there's actual like circuitry and microchips and technology in here, whereas there's no technology in here per se. I mean, there's mechanical stuff, but that's about it. They delivered this one to me, maybe one of the first backers in North America. Delivered it like maybe a month after, maybe arguably a week after. It's a stated deadline. The Sayo I got, oh man, like a year and a half after. So I can't complain. Then again, it's easy for me to say because I have mine. But yeah, again, the clicky wheel for the wheel makes the clicking sounds. The switch can be loud. It can be quiet. There's not really much else to this Fidget Cube, except that it's pretty fun. It's entertaining to have at your desk. I use it when I'm trying to focus at work. But that's it. Yeah. So please like the video if you like it. If you feel the need to, you can subscribe. I'm not begging you or asking you to subscribe necessarily, but if you do, that's good, I guess. But if you don't want to, that's no big deal. And again, here's the worry stone. Oh yes. Feel my worries, just my cares just melting away. Oh, speaking of the feel of it, this is a smooth plastic. There's nothing on here that's rubber. Everything is plastic except for the metal ball. Has a great weight to it. It has the volume of a ping pong ball in my estimation, except it's a cube. Definitely not as light as a ping pong ball. The material itself is plastic, like I said, and it's kind of this matte finish. It looks almost like rubber, but it's not. You can hear it. Everything is kind of rounded. Even the gears are kind of rounded. The buttons are rounded. The knob on the wheel, I mean, it's a little rounded too. The joystick rounded. The fact that it's rounded, and you see, by the way, this springs back into place. This doesn't just stay in whatever position you put it in. The fact that everything's rounded makes it feel really nice to hold, and it feels soft, but it's hard plastic. So yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments, just leave it below and I'll do my best to answer. All right, guys, thanks again, and thanks to Antsy Labs and for getting this to me quickly. And to all you fakers out there, good luck trying to reproduce this. I'm sure you probably could, but you know, this is the Authentic Fidget Cube. All right, guys, take care.